Where do you play board games, and why? Chaz Marlar from Pair of Dice Paradise here, continuing to ponder what impact Asmodee's upcoming policies may have on physical and online board game retailers. Now, while I may be critical of Asmodee's proposed plans, there's actually portions that I agree with. For example, I concur that audiences of niche markets, i.e. board games, have a growing need to connect with people that share the same interest. Oh, absolutely! But what's the best way to facilitate this? Asmodee's plan appears to be to encourage new customers by incentivizing the game gatherings and events in thousands of independent hobby game stores worldwide every day. In short, to attract people to game stores with tournaments, demos, and events. Now, I've run a board gaming meetup group for about 2.5 years. In fact, the very first Head in the Clouds segment listed all the different places where the members of our board gaming group came from, with about 11% of members finding it through local game stores. Those percentages have remained pretty consistent since that segment originally aired. Gaming events in my town are held primarily at several different locations, not only in game stores, but also at a community center, cafes and restaurants, a hotel ballroom, and a local lodge. And based on our meetup group's attendance records, events held at local game shops seem to consistently have the lowest attendance. One of the reasons for this may be that there's an unfortunate stigma associated with game stores as being cramped, unkempt, and inhospitable. And this stigma may present a challenge for any group that wants to use game stores to stimulate customer growth, including Asmodee, whose plan focuses on in-store gaming events, demonstrations, tournaments, and organized play. Are demos and events at game stores really going to draw in the new customers that Asmodee seeks? If we want to see local game stores transformed into places that old and new gamers gather, setting up tournaments and giving out prizes may not be the answer. If an organization really wants people to start hanging out in game shops, perhaps the investment should be put towards renovations like new carpet, paint, lighting, and, in some cases, training staff. First, transform the game stores into environments where people want to spend their time, and then you'll truly have new people partaking in your tournaments and demos, instead of just catering to the same half-dozen gamers who would have shown up anyway. Now, is the condition of the gaming environment more of a draw than the special events that take place in that environment? Honestly, I don't know. But I do suspect that the answer to that question may be the same as the answer to the one that I started with. Where do you play board games, and why? You've come a long way, buddy.